Good morning, Year 2. It's Thursday the 9th of July and this is your topic lesson. Today we're going to be learning all about the history of the seaside holiday. You're going to make some comparisons of seaside holidays in the past and seaside holidays today. The first seaside holidays. They first started in the 1700s and the first seaside holidays were only for the rich. There were some changes to seaside holidays. So railway was invented in 1840s and then people could go to the seaside. It became more accessible because there was transport that enabled people to get there. More hotels were built for people to stay in and lots of beaches were given bathing machines. And a bathing machine is this here, and it's a contraption that allowed people to get changed out of sight because in the Victorian times they didn't like showing their bodies. So they would get into the machine, get changed, and they'd wheel them down to the sea. Let's have a look. What I'd like you to do is draw this table on a piece of paper and you're going to look at what it was like then and you're going to make the comparison to now. So you'll have some lines here. Oops, straight to ones are mine. Use a ruler. I can't on this. There you go. Okay, so travel. Then we learned that they travelled by train. How might we get to the seaside holiday now? Write your answer here. Food that was available then was fish, chips and ice cream. What do we have to eat at the beach now? Is it the same? Is it different? Activities were donkey rides. Have a think about seaside holidays you've been on and write what activities you can do at the beach now. Little fact for you here, did you know that the first British seaside town was in Scarborough? Pause here if you want to finish your table. If not, I'm going to move on to the next slide. There you go. So now we might travel by car. You might put some other things on there because you might be able to go by bus or coach. Also, the food that we eat at the beach now is very similar. You can still get fish and chips and ice cream. Obviously there's restaurants as well with a wider variety of food from different countries that might be near the beach. And the activities, donkey rides. And there's still donkey rides now, but there's also arcades and fun fairs. On the next page I've got some questions for you about what we've learnt today. So if you just write the numbers, 1, 2, 3, and then you can write your answers. So, when did the first seaside holiday roughly begin? When was the railway invented? Write 1. And what were bathing machines used for? You can write your answer. For question 4, you can write your answer down rather than drawing the lines. So what do they eat? Arcades and fun fairs, fish and chips, or by car? How do they travel? Arcades and fun fairs, fish and chips, or by car? And what do they enjoy? Your answers are here. So if you write the sentence together. What was the first British seaside called? That was a little fact I gave you at the end. So if you just write your answer down from these options here, Seatown, Scarborough or Salisbury. Okay, and here's your answers. The first seaside holiday was in the 1700s. The railway was invented in 1840, and baby machines were used for changing in. For question 4, you should have your full sentences. They eat fish and chips, they travel by car, and then enjoy arcades and fun fairs. And the first British seaside town was called Scarborough. That was that little fact I gave you at the end when you was doing your comparison. I look forward to seeing how you've got on this lesson. Don't forget to post it on Dojos.